All right, thanks for checking out our channel. If this is one of the first times you've ever seen one of our videos, we appreciate you finding us and checking one of our videos out. We've got about 400 or so videos on YouTube of all sorts of things that we've worked on. We've got some how-to videos on how to test and fix things, and some review videos on different brands and different models that we work on, what we think about them from a repair and reliability standpoint. We're an independent shop. All we do is work on these things. We don't have any affiliation with any brand or anything. We just working on fence chargers for people. We work on a lot of them. If you want to check out more about us, go down in the description area below. There's a link down there. It takes you to our website. It's fencerfixer.com. And Fencer and Fixer is both spelled with an F as in Frank. All of our information is online on our Facebook page. Is facebook.com/fencerfixer. But anyways, what this video is going to be about is kind of a show and tell, I guess, of this particular unit. This is an old model brand, whatever you want to call it. It's called a Universal 6000. It's actually, never worked on one of these versions before. I worked on the AC plug-in model, but this is a 6-volt model. It's runs off a 6-volt battery. It's a solid state unit as well. Just not low impedance, so either get all the power or little power, no power kind of thing. Has a little light here that flashes with every pulse. If it's this is like it says fence output, so if this is hooked up to your fencing ground and it's flashing, you're in good shape. If it's not flashing but the unit's clicking, usually there's a problem with typically it means that there's a bad short in the fence or too much load on the fence for this to handle. I mean, it's a solid state, so you can't run a big section of fence. I mean, this isn't a hard hitting unit. I'm not going to touch it. I use my fence tester to test it. But if you have something like this and it's clicking and not flashing, unhook your fencing ground from it. The light goes and plug it back, turn it back on. If it goes back to flashing right here, then okay, I got a bad short in the fence, too much grass on the fence or something. But this is inside of it, pretty basic unit. It's got a circuit board there, and a bunch of stuff on it, and a big old transformer there that takes the power in. When it clicks, discharges it through this yellow and green wire, and then it comes out through here to go to your fencing ground stuff here. This little piece right here is a basically a voltage surge suppressor for lightning on the fence side. It ties back. See, this is your fence terminal right here. Hits this. It's supposed to hopefully divert, suck up all the energy, but over here it goes to the frame of the unit, which is tied back to ground. So that's what this device here is for. So it had some lightning protection built into it even back then. A lot of brands use things like this. I mean, even today, almost every model's got something in it, whether it was on the AC side or fence and ground side. There's usually something in them. I mean, some brands don't have anything, but a lot of them do. So what we're going to do is this also has a little on-off switch on it, so you can turn it on and off. I've got it hooked to a power supply. Not a very loud unit when it clicks, but we will power it on and show you. My switch turned on or off. Okay, the switch is already on, so I'm going to put my power supply switch on and watch this thing click along here. You can see a little light flash. Not very loud. I mean, it's not a loud unit that clicks, but you can hear it clicking along there a little bit if you can. I don't know if you can or not in the video. But we're going to put a fence tester across here. It's got 2 terminals at the bottom. This one's ground, this one's hot. You can't see it, hold on. Back this thing up a little bit. But this is your ground side on that bolt, right back side of that bolt, and there's your hot side right there. But we're going to you can use a regular electric fence tester to test these. These aren't weed burner types, so you don't have to worry about burning up one of these testers. And we'll put it across here, and just touch the frame of the unit, and then put my hot side of my tester right there, and we'll show you what's putting out. Hopefully it shows up. So we're getting a little over 5,000 volts, 5,400 volts. So most solid state stuff, I mean, it's a 6 volt, so it's not getting a lot of power in. If it was an AC model, you might get a little bit higher voltage reading, but this is 6 volts, so there's only so much power coming into it. We'll do a little spark jump, show you the spark, which is not very big, but big enough. I'm going to turn the light off so it's easier to see. I'm going to touch that terminal right there. I'm going to touch, and I'm going to get really close to the ground side. So, decent little shock. Now, I believe, I didn't check this, it says fence outputs with that little, right there above that light. I'm going to dead short it and see if that light goes out. See? Still clicking, which is hard to hear, but the light goes out. As soon as you fix your problem with the fence, you know, the light goes back to flashing. So it's a nice little feature to have. So, but yeah, this was a real treat. The hardest part of this thing was getting it apart. It's riveted in about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 places on this. You got 2 on each side of the case. 1 down here at the bottom. It goes right in this little hole here into this other piece there. It's a real nightmare to get apart because it was hard to drill from the outside of the case because they were dome shaped, so your bit wanted to walk all over the thing. Even you had it real slow, it was hard to get to start. So I just drilled it from the inside of the case going that way because the drill would almost sit just high enough up inside there where I could get almost straight on at it. So, but yeah, if you got an old model like this or just an old fence charger or whatever, you know, send it in to us. Let's take a peek at it. You know, this is a, I'm trying to read the date on this thing. This says model, the serial number code, it says 8 space 90. So maybe it's a 1990 model. And I look at the serial, there's some writing on this transformer. It says August of 93 is what. So maybe this has been replaced before, back in 1993. So, but luckily the transformer is still good. So, you know, we like working on this stuff. We don't get a lot of them in like this anymore, but they're a real treat to work on when you do get one in. This isn't, like I said, it's solid state, not a weed burner, not a low impedance. Solid state was the attempt there for a while between the weed burner stuff and right before low impedance kind of came along in the late 70s, early 80s on certain brands. But this was probably just floating around. If this is a 1990 model, probably floating around there for a while. Solid state stuff was still around. There was a small market for it, but low impedance kind of came along, and eventually everybody went to low impedance, and solid state stuff just kind of went away. But on a pretty good, clean fence, this would be a good unit to have. This would work on a small fence, clean fence, you know, that kind of thing. But anyways, we're going to put this unit back together for the customer and give them a call on it. But it's working again. Got it fixed up the board on there. This was a real time-consuming one to go through because just a lot of components on there. You got to test everything and make sure it's working fine, and test and retest and plug it in or turn it on, try it again. If it's not quite right, you know, this takes a little time to do these old ones, but luckily, because you can't get circuit boards for them, so you have to rebuild the old parts that's in there. Luckily, we know what we're doing. We fixed the board and got it going again. So, but hopefully you like this video. Subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Facebook and go to our website if you want to know more about us. But we work on all brands, all ages. Fence chargers out there. You get free quotes and 18-month warranties and everything that we work on. So until we do another video of how one works or how to fix one or a review video, we will see you guys later on.